The FBI has allegedly reopened the case into Aaron Carter's mysterious death, and explosive new claims suggest that Sean Diddy Combs could somehow be connected. What is sending chills through the internet is how the details of Aaron's death almost mirror the eerie circumstances surrounding the deaths of Diddy's ex Kim Porter and Aaliyah, Jay-Z's former girlfriend. Are all these tragic endings just coincidence, or part of a disturbing pattern no one dares to speak about?
I go on my Twitter and I see people saying, you look like you have AIDS, you should go die. I don't understand how I dedicated 22 years of my life to my fans, and now they turn on me.
Do you regret ever getting involved in...
I didn't have a choice. It got bad when I was 15 years old, because when I did MTV Cribs, the day that I had to go show off that house, my mom and my dad told me, we're getting a divorce. You still have to do this. I had to go show off this.
From the moment Aaron Carter was found dead in November 2022, nothing about his case has made sense. Officials called it an overdose, but Aaron himself had posted a haunting video days earlier, warning that powerful people were after him and that he feared for his life. Then, just 24 hours after Diddy's birthday celebration, Aaron was suddenly gone. Another young star written off as an accident.
Aaron Carter. He begged for financial support to help get him a private security team to keep him alive. He said on numerous occasions, if anything happens to me, I promise you, I am not vital. I'm willing anything.
Silence breaker for my brother, who is a artist, and they're after my life. My whole family is after my life, and they're setting me up. And Sony Records owes me $3.5 million, and they don't want to pay me, and it would be in their better interest, just like Michael told me. They owe me money, and they're trying to... And I'm begging you, and I'm pleading you, help me raise $100,000 as soon as I can, so I can move to an undisclosed location where I am safe. They had cops come and check for a rope in my garage, saying I wanted to hang myself.
Aaron had spoken cryptically about people watching him, though he never named names. What makes his death even more unsettling is how it mirrors that of Diddy's ex, Kim Porter. His autopsy claimed a Xanax overdose in a bathtub, yet no water was found in his lungs. Even his own mother believes the truth has been buried. Whispers suggest Aaron was killed first and then placed in the tub, eerily similar to what many believe happened to both Aaliyah and Kim Porter.
Aaron Carter was found dead in a bathtub in his home in Los Angeles last November. Since that time, TMZ has reported the LA County coroner did not find water in his lungs, meaning he didn't drown. Carter's mother, Jane Schneck, posted photos on Facebook that show the bathroom where her son was found. She wrote on Facebook, "Because of my son's mental illness and prescription issues, they, the cops, just wanted it to be something easy that they didn't have the time or inclination to address." Schneck wants a more thorough investigation. She wrote that her son was receiving threats from many people, and she believes there were people out there who wanted to harm him.
Aaron's life had been a storm of trauma and manipulation, from family betrayal to the predatory side of Hollywood. Pushed into fame as a child, he was reportedly used, abused, and discarded by powerful industry figures who controlled his every move. The scars of that exploitation ran deep, fueling years of mental collapse and addiction that the public mistook for self-destruction.
But your system is still so weak that it can't fight off. You know, I used to...
Sorry, my part is just like... So you guys got to understand out there, like, this is like... No, I know, this is kind of like... it's giving me anxiety, okay? So my heart is racing. I did not take any medications before I came here. I haven't had actually a couple of days because I wanted to try to wean myself off of this.
But then one of the things I also noticed when you met with Dr. Jorge, you opened up and expressed your concern that you're worried you have HIV.
Absolutely.
I know you recently came out as bisexual.
Yes.
Is that one of the other reasons it's had you concerned? Because you admit in the tape piece that you say, I haven't always been safe sexually.
Absolutely. No, and that's a fact. I haven't always been safe sexually, and I have no problems in saying that. It is the toughest thing to deal with.
Aaron Carter dropping a major bombshell on Thursday, alleging on Twitter that his late sister Leslie, who died in 2012, sexually abused him when he was a child. In a series of tweets, the singer explained, quote, "My sister raped me from the age of 10 to 13 years old when she wasn't on her medication." days. He also alleged I was abused not only sexually by her, but by my first 2 backup dancers when I was 8 years old, and my brother abused me my whole life. ET has reached out to Nick Carter for comment. Aaron claims the abuse question came as a result of his late sister Leslie's mental health issues. He says she suffered from bipolar disorder and took lithium to treat it, claiming that when she was not on her meds, she did things that she never meant to do. As a result, Aaron says he spent the last 15 years of his life going to therapy.
Aaron's mother refuses to accept the official story. She insists her son was murdered. And the deeper one looks, the more disturbing the similarities become between his death and countless others in the music industry. So many artists declared suicides or accidents have fallen under the same shadowy pattern. Behind the headlines lies a hidden network of power, secrets, and silence. And Diddy's name keeps surfacing in the middle of it all.
Let's be honest. He took Justin Bieber there. Diddy had been trying to get to Bieber for a minute. And his management was backing him off. But it wasn't until Usher took over management and had guardianship and gave temporary guardianship to the devil for 48 hours. Think about that. He had already been to the hospital. That situation with Gene was and you still took Bieber there. But you got custody of him first. Diddy had already tried. They wouldn't let him. Actually, someone made reference to the fact that Diddy trying to get at Bieber the way he was trying to get at Bieber was looking a little predatory. And then Usher came in, discovered it, managed him, and got custody of him. Promised to look after him. And then he sent him. Does that sound like a good guy? Or does that sound like a good guy? Now that we know what Diddy's really like, what kind of fool do you gotta be to take another boy, another talented boy, and put him in your place so it ain't gotta be? Because that's what peppers do. They get victims, and then once they get to a certain age and they get too old for them to enjoy them, they send them out to go kick other humans. Now, Usher was a procurer, and if Usher knew what was going to happen to end the abuse of children, he took to the flavor free off, is he a good guy? Especially considering what happened to him. Especially considering he said, Howard Stern said, if you see your kids to Puffy Swing and his new response, hell no!
Aaron's tragic journey was not an isolated case. It fits into a larger, terrifying reality of how young stars are chewed up by Hollywood's dark system. From Aaron Carter to Justin Bieber, too many child prodigies have shared the same story. Taken advantage of, silenced, and broken. Their battles with addiction and mental health are not random struggles, but the lasting damage of an industry built on control, exploitation, and fear.
What was Kim's state? Why did, and in the report, didn't it say she had blood on the pillow and bruises or something like that? The case needs to be reopened, man. The case really needs to be reopened. Because if that girl was there and she said that Kim was all right, what happened from 8 to 11? And why did all Kim's stuff come up missing?
I didn't know any of that, man. I never heard of that. So when they found her, she had bruises and a lot of her stuff was missing?
Bro, it's a lot of suspect things going on. First and foremost, in our day and time, other than our house key, a woman gonna keep her phone. She got a lot of different persons, but everybody always grab their phone. Why come right till today, right now, nobody knows what Kim Porter phone was. And they know they had iPhone. Why have nobody went to the cloud and got the text messages and the things off her phone? Because everything that came in that phone is text, and you know your iPhone find my phone. Nobody tried to find the phone. I would love for her son, who has all the rights, to go to and get all the stuff out the clouds. Her last text, who she called, who she spoke to, who called her, where was the last place her phone was at before it was destroyed and cut off. It will tell you that too. I'm not a medical, nor I was an investigator on that case. I don't believe that an individual with her, I want to say, financial status would lay up in the house and die of pneumonia without a doctor or some kind of medical person responsible. So I think it may have been some, I guess, foul play. But we need to get what the fire department, what the coroners, what the pathologists, and everybody, say.
So you feel like she was murdered?
I feel that it was some foul play in her death. A lot of foul play. Why would you take somebody's phone? Why would you take somebody's tablet or her computer? It was some foul play. Why is there blood on her sheets? Why is things are happening that nobody spoke on? Why is that a person can say that they left at 8 in the morning and Kim was alive, and 11, she's dead? Some foul play, bro.
If it was foul play, why would somebody want Kim Porter killed?
It's a couple of women in this industry, and for their sake, I will not mention their name. Listen to me. There's a couple of women, probably more than a handful, but I know about 4 of them that knows everybody's dirty secret. And if those secrets get exposed and tell what some of these guys and some of these people were really doing behind the closed doors, in the boardroom, in and out the closet, that their life would be in danger. Because men wasn't men, and women were acting like men. And that's all I'm saying.